Have you ever heard of the Zizians? Jack LaSota, also known as Ziz, built up a following of fellow transgender vegans online with her ideas about radical veganism and the dangers of AI. With a computer science degree and a NASA internship under her belt, people took her pretty seriously. Her followers, who call themselves Zizians, began living off the grid on a tugboat in the San Francisco Bay around 2022. They eventually gave up and left the boat and moved onto a property owned by 80-year-old Curtis Lind in Vallejo, California. That November, things got a little bit heated. Lynn tried to evict them over unpaid rent and erratic behavior, but it turned into a bloodbath. They stabbed him, beat him, and even impaled him with a katana. Yes, a katana. This altercation would leave him blind in one eye. However, Lynn managed to shoot two of the attackers, killing 31-year-old Emma Borhanian and injuring the other. Ziz walked away without any charges whatsoever. On December 31st of 2022, Richard and Rita Zajko were found shot to death in their Chester Heights, Pennsylvania home. Their daughter, who was a Zizian member, was questioned, but for some reason she was never charged. Also, another quick tidbit here, Ziz had actually faked her death that August, claiming some sort of boating accident, and this was seen in the local paper at the time. She reappeared though in Philadelphia in January of 2023 and was arrested for interfering with a police investigation. By January of 2025, Zizian members Teresa Youngblood and Felix Bockholt got into a shootout with US Border Patrol near the Vermont and Canada border. Sadly, Agent David Milland was killed and Bockholt was also killed. Youngblood would go on to be arrested. Days after this, Curtis Lind, the landlord from earlier, was stabbed to death outside his property. Apparently, this was to stop him from testifying against the surviving member. Police charged 22-year-old Zizian member Maximilian Snyder with his murder. Come February of 2025, Ziz and some of her followers were arrested in Maryland, and the group's attempt to build this weird cult fell apart just as quickly as it started. If you have any cases you'd like to see covered, please leave them in the comments below, and make sure to hit that follow button so you can be notified when I post them.